Hey folks, Triple Crown here, coming to you from Vancouver, British Columbia. This is Operation Dark Winter, round 9 for the Russian and CCP nations. And here we go. But first, I just want to clarify a point, and that is fortifications. Last round, Captain G mentioned that because he had a fortification in Western Germany that was directional, that he was not able to place a second fortification, and that is incorrect. So you can place as many fortifications in a territory as you like, and if they are directional, for example, if from the sea, like I just put this one on here so you guys can see it. So this one is from the sea. If you're to attack from the sea, it would engage, and then if you're to add a second fortification, and any fortification purchase in gameplay is from all directions, so you're to place a second one. So now, if the Japanese were to attack by land, that this one would engage, and if from sea, this one would engage, and if they attack from both directions, both would engage. So that's how that works, just to clarify that point. I think there is actually a fortification there in gameplay. Anyways, CCP, 11 IPP to spend. And they are saving $2 of it, no attacks, all non-combat movement. They are just, the Japanese have started to move out of Shanghai. They are now in Shantung. So the CCP did lose one infantry last turn. So all non-combat movement. So what's going to happen here is one infantry from northern Manchuria is going to go into Manchuria. Is that what I want? And actually, he's going to go into Amur. One infantry from Delane is going to go into Manchuria. And 2 infantry from Chahar are going to walk down into Delane. And 1 infantry is going to walk up into northern Manchuria. So I'll chip that guy out. So now we have to place 3 units. Oh, and 1 infantry from Shanxi is going to go into Peking. And another 2 infantry are going to be made. Okay, now time to place units, and 2 infantry are going to be placed in Shanxi, and 1 infantry is going to be placed in Chahar. We're starting to bulk up the territories now a little bit, if you can call it that. So the CCP has 4 in territories and 3 in economy, so that's 7, a 2 NO bonus from the Russians, so that's 9, and they saved 2, so they will have 11 IPP next round. And Russia has 47 IPP to spend, saving $2. So before I forget, I'll put the $2 down here. So they are purchasing 1 IS-3. Actually, that should be a KV-2. 1 KV-2. 3 Katyusha rocket launchers. 1 artillery, 1 mech, 1 infantry, and 2 guards. There is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. First one being in eastern Ukraine. So 2 infantry from Kharkov are walking from eastern Ukraine, walking into eastern Ukraine. That attack is supported by actually I'll do aircraft last. And the next attack is the battle for Orly-Kursk. So 2 infantry and a tank from Kharkov are going into Orly-Kursk. That attack is also supported by, so you're going to leave 1 infantry behind. 1 infantry behind, yes. Another 2 infantry from Moscow going into Orly-Kursk, so that's 4 infantry total. I'm just going to chip that. And 2 guards. So from Smolensk, 2 tanks are going, or sorry, from Western Russia, 2 tanks, medium tanks are going into Smolensk. There's 1 infantry there. 2 tanks are going from Western Russia into Psychov. Two fighters are going from Moscow, 1, 2, 3, attacking the naval transport there. They're going to have 2 spaces remaining in their fuel gauge. And I should have put this out. So this is all in Leningrad, there is 7 regular infantry, 1 SS. One AAA and 1 Mark IV. So that attack is going to be supported by, coming from Western Russia is 10 medium tanks, 5 KV-2s, 1 light tank. Coming from Moscow is 1 KV-2, 1 IS-3, and 1 medium tank. And also 2 light bombers. I don't care if they get shot down. So that leaves 3 aircraft behind. So 1 fighter is going into the battle for Orly Kursk. The movement of 2 left in his fuel gauge. Actually, the light bombers I never marked. They are going to have two spaces remaining in their fuel gauge. And a fighter and tactical are going into eastern Ukraine. And they are going to have 3 spaces remaining in their fuel gauge. So lots of battle or dice to roll. So here we go. We will start for the battle for, actually, I'll talk about the battle for Leningrad last, because there is a fortification there and a military base. The train is, that's the Russian train. So anyways, we'll roll some dice, and we will start with the battle over here in eastern Ukraine. So into this attack, we have 2 at 2, 2 infantry at 2, a fighter at 5, and a fighter at tactical at a 7. And there is 1 German infantry defending. So this is the battle for eastern Ukraine. And we rolled our tactical bomber hit. Amelia? What? I'm recording, just so you know. Next is the battle for Orly Kursk. In this battle, we have 4 infantry at 2. We have 2 guards at 3. A medium tank at, let's roll the purple dice, at a 6. And 1 fighter at a 5. And there is, we'll roll the green dice, will be the German defender, 1 infantry. So we have 4 at 2, 2 at 3, 1 at 5, 1 at 6. And we had one of our infantry hit, and we also had a guard hit. Everybody else misses, so no casualties. The Germans rolled a 12. So we are lucky so far, no casualties. So the battle for Smolensk, we have 2 tanks attacking 1 infantry in Smolensk. And we scored a hit. Lucky, don't want to lose tanks to, we've got no more meat shields, humans on the front line. So the same for the battle for Psychov is 2 at 6 and attacking 1 at 4. And everybody misses. And they scored a hit and we missed, so we lose a tank. This is the one battle that, of course, and they scored a hit. So we lose 2 tanks and they keep Psychov. Now we'll do the battle for the naval transport in Sea Zone 20. So we have 2 at 5 and they have 1 at 1. Everybody misses an 8. Everyone rolled 8s. What are the odds of that? And they rolled a 2 and we rolled a 4. So the naval transport is kaput. Now the battle for the big battle. The battle for Leningrad. So they have a fortification. So everything is -1. So we have 1 light tank at 3. And we have 11 medium tanks at a 5. Actually, but first we have to roll for AAA. So they have, the 2 light bombers are at a 3. But anyways, we will roll for AAA so they get, and they shot 1 down, which is why I didn't want to bring anything else. So we lose an air transport. So into this battle, we have 1 1 light bomber, which is also an air transport, but not in this battle. It's a light bomber, 1 light tank, and 10 or 11 medium tanks. So that's 6, 8, 10, 11, and 6 KV2s. That are at a 6. And what is the... I don't know what it is. Sorry, folks. I forgot what the IS-3 is. I think it's at a 7. Let me just look it up real quick. It's at an 8. Good thing I looked it up. So we have, in this battle, 1 IS-3, which is an 8. So that's actually at a 7. So we've got 2 at 3, 11 at 5, 6 at 6, and 1 at 7 in the battle for Leningrad. So that's 1, 2. That's a 7. So that would have been a hit if there wasn't a fort there. So good job building a fort. You saved 1 unit. 4. Those are all misses. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 hits round 1, that's pretty good actually. So 9 hits round 1, and they had 7 infantry. 8, 9. So they're going to be surviving with a Tiger tank and a Mark IV. So they're going to lose their 7 infantry SS and their AAA. So they're 7 infantry. So they're going to be 9 at 5 because they're at a fortification. 6, 8, 9. They're going to have 1 at 6. 1 at 7, and the Tiger tank, we're going to say he's at a 9. Let's roll. So 6, 7, and 9. And Yes. So there we go. So 9 at 5, 1 at 6, 1 at 7, and 1 at 9. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's painful. Those are all tanks that are going to die. 2, 4, 6, 7. So we're going to lose an air transport as 1. And we have to lose 6 more. So 1 light tank. So 5 more, and we are going to lose 5 medium tanks. Ouch. So next battle, we just need 2 more hits. So we're just going to roll our 6 KV2s and 1 IS3. And we got 4 hits. So rolling returning fire, we've got 1 at 7 and 1 at 9. 9 and a 6, so 2 more hits, so we lose 2 more medium tanks. Ouch. That was a painful battle. Oh, oops. That meant those were the, hold on folks. That is that. So we survived with Leningrad is liberated, 3 medium tanks, 6 KV2s, and 1 IS3. That was painful. So now comes non-combat movement. 1 infantry in Moscow is going into Western Ukraine. The 2 fighters that took battle in the C-Zone 18 are going to land in Western Russia. Actually, 2nd Infantry is going to come down. 1 infantry from Moscow is going to go to Molovosk. And all the other aircraft are going to land in Western Russia. So that's 4 fighters and a tactical. The train is going to stay put. The AAA in Kharkov is going to walk up into Orly Kursk. Now placement of units. All 10 units are going in Moscow, so 2 guards. Oh, and actually I forgot to mention the fun part. When it comes to place units, this territory here is vacated in Novgorod, so we are placing a partisan infantry in Novgorod. That's why the tanks could have blitzed through it, but if they didn't, I would have got a partisan next turn. Unless Russia or Germany attacks it, then it will turn into an infantry. So that's why I did that. So 1 infantry in Moscow, 2 guards in Moscow. Three Katyusha rocket launchers, artillery and a mech, a KV2, and an IS-3. Now over here on the Eastern Front, we've got 1 infantry in Shensi. It is going to back up to Yan'an. That is it. Now in terms of income, Russia is +3 over here. So there are 41 base income plus 11, which is $52 plus 2 is 54. 54 IPP next turn for Russia.